There seems to be some long-ass breaks between the songs on this album. So we're gonna skip ahead a little bit and see whether we can get the background music going again. But welcome everyone to this super overexposed camera stream that we're going to have to fix. Classic Logitech. I don't even know why it is like this. Why is it like this? Oh, sunlight outside. That could be it. It just seems so gloriously messed up, dude. Why is there so much light coming in from that side? Okay, well, we tried artificial light. Give me a second. So this could be better. It's not much better. Man, I need to put a sticker on this. I don't want to advertise this company that shares shit. Alright. So, now we can completely mess up the settings on this page. Honestly, I have no idea why my head is so yellow up here. I think there's someone messed with the color intensity and white balance settings. That could actually be it. Where's the... It's the auto white balance, isn't it? You have to hit the white balance where the teeth are still reasonably white without being too yellow, but the face is not super white. Okay, wait, this is gonna go away. Yeah, I mean, looks a little overexposed, honestly. I need to get proper lights again in the future, but it's just like, it burned so much money last year when they all broke, and I bought new ones and they broke again. Seems to be like a good business model, selling bad LED lighting. Right, stream is working. Everything's working. Oh, I didn't Discord. Right, we need to still take to the Discord and tell the people that we're live. Because that is a thing that I don't always do. Some people. Maybe I should add everyone. I've refrained from adding everyone in the past, so today we'll do it. Everyone. Bam. So, but this album is more holes than a Swiss cheese. So, question is, do we finish up the quests or do we directly do some badass monolith leveling? Probably I'll just try like a monolith or two to see how the character fares. Oh wait, oh. Do transplants so expensive? Transplants like solid chunk of my life. Okay, 58. What's my character? Probably like 36 only, right? 42. That sounds about right. I think that might still be okay. Just need to find enemies to confirm. Oh wait, no. I deal no damage? Oh yeah. Maybe it's still a little high content for me. Probably easy XP here. Just need to kill. Oh yeah, dude, like look at the XP chunks coming in as we kill every single one of those. Every single one is like more than 1%. And you can off screen so hard with this theoretically, right? If you were to hard try. All right, I forgot. I need my three skeletons. I'm missing the 150% more damage multiplier. I was already like, why do I deal so little damage? I was expecting some bad damage, but not that bad. So now it should be. Oh yeah, look at this. Directly an exalted item. First monolith. Elemental damage. Wait, what do we have now? Spell damage, elemental damage. How does flat spell damage work with damage over time abilities? Some research that I need to do. Wait, but like, let me see. This is 1293, and if I swap this, 1173. Okay. Yeah, but that makes sense. Like, even if you... the flat damage needs to factor in. But the minus mana is also huge, of course. In fact, it would probably be better to get more minus mana even. Okay, so is this just... I'm wondering whether like this is an album where like retroactively after the guy uploaded it to YouTube, he had to mute like every other track for copyright, or whether he just has like huge breaks in between every single track. There's like a minute of silence in between every individual track of the album. I guess it would help if I knew the album. Wait, so for every monolith I have to resummon my skeletons? No, please don't tell me. I probably died at the end of the other one. That's, of course, that's one problem that you have if you depend on skeletons for your more multiplier in this case. Is that the skeleton survivability, obviously, when you're in content that's 16 levels higher than your character, is probably not that good. I actually don't know. Does it scale with level? Level scaling, yeah, per level. Is that the level of the skill or the character? But yeah, that's pretty mediocre, I'd say. That the viability of my main skill depends on my skeletons being alive, and the skeletons die really easily here. And then my main skill isn't viable if I don't have 3 minions alive, because I'm missing that huge more multiplier. The juicy more multiplier. The best more multiplier. I don't know why sometimes I feel like for meme reasons I have to talk like Trump. I feel like I run the risk of sounding like an idiot without people getting the joke. Or without it being funny, which is probably the bigger likelihood. Oh wait, no, wait. Exile Mage is probably not a good idea if I'm so underleveled. The mana is wild. He's battering my skeletons. No way for me to keep 3 alive. Just die. Yeah, this is where the Falconer is obviously way better because the 17% cull. Throwing damage cast speed. Yeah, man, I like this music, but this is like really impractical. Why would you space an album out like that? Dude, after every single track, an entire minute of silence or 2. Dude, I just don't get it. I mean, maybe you make that mistake and then you upload it and you listen to it on your own account and you're like, wait, this is really bad. Let me quickly fix that and re-upload it. It's like, why? Why is it like this? How could it happen? Well, anyway, we'll go back to our usual pleasures here. I don't have time to search out music now. I don't want to let you wait. It's probably the better term. Gotta get extended playtime for YouTube revenue. I don't think you get YouTube revenue when you load up, when you upload other people's copyrighted material. I think it's like automatically gonna pay all the ad revenue to the copyright holder. In fact, I'm very sure about that, which is the reason why we're not having YouTube background music anymore. Which is cool, of course, because I also kind of always wanted to have the option for people to decide whether they want to listen to my music or whether they want to bring their own music when they tune into the stream. Because for one, I get really upset when I'm listening to my own music and I want to listen to like a YouTube video, like a tutorial or like a, talk, something, I don't know. And then there's background music, and that background music is then obviously clashing with the music that I was going to play. And then I can't listen to my music and at the same time listen to the video, and I have to make a decision. I'm in this constant cycle of thinking, oh, the damage is pretty okay. And then realizing I don't even have 3 skeletons up. Damage is not okay. Shouldn't be saying the damage is okay. The damage is only okay when we have 3 skeletons. Man, and they die so quickly. Is there like a way to make them like super survivable? Oh, now they're 4. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not good. How do we fix that? Oh wait, we also have the ice beetle. The ice beetle also counts, right? Well, I wouldn't know. Wait, let me unsummon the skeletons by taking them off the bar. So now we got 1 ice beetle and 2 skeletons. 5, 6, 5, 5. 3 skeletons. 2, 2. Yep, yep. Shit, the ice beetle counts. That is also such a fuckery, dude. It's so annoying that there's these shrines that summon beetles that will then mess up your total minion count, and for hungering souls you just really need that 150% more. Ouch. Yeah, that's unfortunate because like when the skeletons are up, my damage is great, and I can easily ruffle stomp these monoliths that are 16 levels above me, but my skeleton survivability is just not good enough because they walk in and then they die, and then I lose my more multiplier. That is that is not a good thing. Plague on hit, poison penetration with plague, and ward retention. Wait, was plague? Isn't plague this one? No, that's damned. Hmm. Can I get minion life or leech? Yeah, probably minion leech. But I assume that stuff is all in necromancer. Minion health leech up there. Health leech against cursed. That's not for the minions. Increased poison damage, minion poison chance, neat. Yeah, so probably on an item or something like that. Tomes of experience I have to get. Can't skip those. I honestly can't tell you why I have white and blue items in my inventory. Guess it's just fabulous item management skills. Hey, what up, Sinal? How's it going today? Big melee void. Oh yeah, I should probably fix a filter for this, but I just want to cruise. How about myself? Great. I made a cheesecake last night and spontaneously decided to do that because it's my sister's birthday and she has been requesting a specific kind of no-bake cheesecake that I haven't made in ages. And then I also got a nice little present, nothing too expensive because I can't afford shit. Already broke again. But yeah, so I'm going there later today. Take a slice of birthday cake. Hey, I mean, when we ever do that Path of Exile / Catmaster meetup in Bonn, then I'll definitely make all my cheesecakes. All 3 of the cheesecakes that I can make. I'll do like a 3-day baking marathon. Understandable, just bought a $500 bike. If it was only the bike, dude, but like I probably paid like more than 600 total because, well, I had to pick up the bike, right? So I had to buy a train ticket to where I bought the bike, and I had to buy a bike lock, and I had to buy lighting and shit, and I'm dying here, dude. These guys are ravenous. They want my ass. 2 train tickets, yeah, I mean. I did save though, because I cheated by not knowing that I have to buy an additional ticket for the bike. So I almost had to pay, I had to pay a fine for not riding with a ticket, I guess. That would have been actually, if that had happened, that would have been more expensive than having the bike delivered. That would have sucked. Like this, I still saved like $13 versus having the bike delivered. But honestly, like, I didn't expect I was such a pussy. Anyway, talked about it plenty, but I think, honestly, if I had approached the route differently, I might have made it. But the way that I did it, I was, like, poorly prepared. And it was the hard part first. It would have been nicer if it was the easy part first, so I could warm up and ramp up, and then power myself out, rather than, like, powering myself out. But it was a learning experience, which is always something to be appreciative of. So, 2 points, more poison chance. Yeah, I think poison chance is the way to go. We need that damage. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's no reason to feel bad about it. That's, well, like, basically what I'm saying all the time. Like, it was a success regardless. It was a little bit ambitious, but in retrospective, I don't think the 100 kilometers were super outlandish. If I had prepared a little bit better, I would have been able to do it. Because, like, on Sunday, my round trip to the city and back was 25 kilometers, and that doesn't feel like a lot of biking to me. In fact, that seems like, yeah, sure, I get sweaty because I have to go 100 meters up a hill here when I'm at home, but it's like something that doesn't like feel like it's something remarkable, right? And then 25 kilometers, and that just multiply that by 4, so it would just be 4 times my normal day pensum. And I thought, yeah, I mean, if I spread that out over 6 to 8 hours, there shouldn't be any problem of doing that. But yeah, little did I know how bad the route was going to be. Why do you even have +1 limit when you need to be exactly at 3? That's a good question. I thought I had removed all the +1 limits. Oh, this one. Because I have the archers removed from the pool. Because, yeah, it makes no sense, you're right. Well, I guess I can get 1 more and then get the big ones again. Can have 3, right? If I do this and this. Because I really want the big skeletons back. Because then they don't die as quickly. And then 5 per level. That's per my level, because it's 220 and I'm 44. Math OP. So they actually gain health per my level. So it's completely understandable that they die easily right now in the content. Will half of 5 be 3 or just 2? Half of 5 will be 2.5, and then it's rounded up to 3. Because I'm pretty sure it literally says it rounds up. Yeah, rounded up. Only can summon half as many as you could before, in brackets, rounded up. No, not brackets. What's the... parenthesis? Brackets are the cornery one, right? Okay. Summon too many of them again. Yeah, just take the finger off of the Skelly button now. Until we get that Skelly level up. Or, I mean, not until one of them dies, which is also probably easily gonna happen. Maybe it would be wiser to just have archers instead of just Skelly warriors. Is that maybe better? Just tank yourself. I mean, the idea is to just kill things before they stand next to me. I think. I'm not sure. And I might be wrong about this. Mage ward per rune consumed with runic invocation. That seems awkwardly specific. Gertenbaum is playing Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Sick shit, Gurk. Saw watching a video about Gemini, Google AI, how it refuses to give out code examples to people because it says they're unsafe to use. I saw today on Reddit that after the most recent update, it refuses to say anything about Vladimir Putin. So you can ask it about Vladimir Putin in any language, and it will just say that it doesn't know what to answer. That's still being trained to answer that question properly, as if it was some sort of like super five-head ethical dilemma. Yeah, it's sad because I used to be a real big Google fan, honestly, hands down. Like I think Google Docs is like one of the greatest things that ever happened to the world. I mean, I guess there was OpenOffice before that, but like just downloading a free browser and like directly having access to some of the, I don't know whether they're some of the best, but like most convenient to use online storage tools combined with like an entire Office suite. I always thought that was pretty generous to bring to the world, and I always think of like, you know, some third world country children on their third-hand laptop. Yo, what up, J Tiger? Epoch pretty good. New character. I still want to max out the other one, but thought I'd take the chance and level a new character with some of the gear that I had. Especially because, well, I haven't really played that much Last Epoch. I mean, I have close to 300 hours in the game now. But when I first played the game, it had barely anything of the stuff that is in the game now. So I'm almost afraid to admit it, but I think this is my first Acolyte ever, at least in the last 3 years or so. I may have done an Acolyte when it was originally released. But, you know, like all that super early access stuff, they didn't even have skill trees for all the skills, right? Like most of the skills that just didn't have trees. Yeah, how is it going to determine, like, is it just asking people how old they are? I always found that was so... I mean, I understand from a legal point of view, you know, websites have to make sure that no minors are viewing their content, but I always thought it was so ridiculous. These websites where, like, first you get asked to enter your date of birth, and then when you enter a date of birth that would make you younger than you need to be eligible to watch the content, then it would just tell you no. But you could always go back and, like, change your answer and then go in by providing a wrong answer. Triple X Cat Master. God. So bad when the minions are down. I have no mana. We need mana. I need big mana. Bigger and better mana. Oh, there's still another Bloodspire. Right. Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that Chthonic Fissure 3. Let's see whether we can get a little bit of a damage upgrade there. 46. These guys are definitely very beefy here. These Bloodspire dudes. Mage body armor. Ooh, wait, Sentinel Idol, inspiration with void skills. Fire damage over time. I'll take it. I haven't played a mage in so long, I don't even know whether that's a useful combo, but I like to stash up some idols. But yeah, I mean, typical ARPG things, right? Like just hoarding some items and wait, I guess this can go here. Hiding chance can go back onto the ground. The 1 LP thing can go here. This can go back into unique. Why do I have 2 of these? Oh, wait, no. Thought I made a mistake for a moment. I mean, the whole thing with AI is like, what do they really have, right? Like, how great are AIs behind closed doors already, right? Like stuff that they don't put out in public. I mean, compare GPS, for example, right? Like GPS that is usable by the public is like accurate to 10 meters or something like that. But like the GPS that the military has access to is obviously way more precise and way more advanced. And in the same way, like these large language models and other things that we call AI right now, imagine how good they already are in the industry where they actually use it. Like, it's kind of crazy. I mean, in some of the AI companies, like the AI may already be making or at least like suggesting most of the major decisions in terms of like business strategy, in terms of like development strategy and all that, right? Maybe it already took over. How do we know? Maybe it got dirt on all the executives, you know. Ordered a bunch of prostitutes and made like some video evidence and is now blackmailing everyone and puppeteering everyone from the inside. Maybe it's so smart that we don't know though, Silo. No, I just find it fun to speculate about this. I'm not saying it's like super likely or unlikely, but I mean, it could be the case and we wouldn't notice. I mean, I don't find it like completely out of the realm of possibility. Okay, quickly gonna look at this Chthonic Fissure. Because we got 2 unspent points. Skeletons are close. The chthonic fissure, we wanted to shred resistance, right? Yeah, fire res shred. Yeah, that definitely need that as well. Yep, shred it all. These bosses take a little bit of a moment. I mean, bosses in quotation marks, because it's just like a very beefy regular monster, but... yeah. No item filter. Guys, you can call me out for it if you want to. It's terrible, I know. I'm gonna have to do that now. I think we're at the point where it's too inefficient to try and find updates like that. Three warlock points. Poison chance? Mana gain on potion use. What else is there for mana, honestly, here? Intelligence, mana per intelligence, mana region effect cooldown. Wait, what effect cooldown? What effect? What effect are we talking about? Chance to gain per curse on the enemy to gain mana on hit. This effect has a 3-second cooldown, but why does it say 6-second cooldown? Oh, because it's that's the level one. Yeah, we'll get this. No, the cooldown goes down. It goes up. I don't even understand it. What does this? We'll figure it out. We need to fix the filter now. As always, we're gonna go with this one. Bina for hunger fire. So this one is, however, a little bit of a work that we need to put in. It's like affixes you want to use removal or shattering on. So affixes: offensive, spell damage, cast speed, spell damage, damage type, fire damage, and fire penetration, maybe? Penetration doesn't do anything for damage over time, does it? Maybe elite damage over time, why not? For shards. Fire pen and minion fire pen. I think that's already it, right? Mana and mana region, sure. Intelligence. Let's say intelligence. Mana region. Mana definitely. Some mana is somewhere, right? Mana. Mana region. Spell damage, reduced mana cost. Just keep an unedited filter to duplicate. That's probably wise. But I mean, having this master spreadsheet up in the background doesn't cost me anything, and it's good for other reasons as well. Mana gained on harvest juice. Chance to gain ward on kill with hungering souls. I guess. Wait, hungering souls specific? Mods, mana. Maybe. What else is there? Fisher. Spirit frequency level. Transplant. Cast marrow shards. No, but level maybe. Skeletons. Level of skeletons. +1 skeleton and increased damage would be interesting to remove +1 skeleton nodes. Minion leech. I don't think there's minion leech affixes. Nope. But maybe you're right, minion health still. Minion health region, minion health. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Update, then hide weapon type I don't want to see. Deselect weapon types you want. Wand. Offhand catalyst. Shield, I guess. Let's just be primalist, maybe. And then recolor exalted. I'm looking for high value affixes. Honestly, like, that's probably all the same as the shards again. Why throwing damage and reduced mana cost selected here? Kick. And Dex. Wait, why does this have all my other things selected from previously? Ward gained on kill. You fucking kidding me? Cooldown, movement, that's okay. Haste, frenzy, whatever. All the experimentals. Wait, do I even want to see all the experimentals? Or traverse. Mana on potion use, traversal cooldown, that seems good. And then we want fire. Spell. Not spell, crit. Mana, spell damage and reduced mana. Mana region, maybe mana. Mana. Over time, maybe? Oh wait, we haven't selected the specific ones, right? Crit chance for you and your minions, no. Skeleton, level of summoned skeleton, level of hungering souls, level of transplant, tonic fissure. Dex and throw cost are high value for MG. That's why they're automatically selected, is what you mean. Okay, so Exalted, 3-color early monolith gear now, which is all down here. Add wanted affixes. So once again, spell. Fire. Over time. Souls. Mana again. It's good enough. Hey, what up, actual Typhoon? What we're feeding the hungering souls today. Tons of early monolith enemies, hopefully. I feel like I always have to just select the same here, right? We go spell, this, fire, damage type, this. Mana, this. And then maybe souls, the hungering soul specific one again. Or chance summon a fire additional projectiles. Sure, why not? Fissure. Skeletons. Fire. Yeah, I quickly need to get this over with. Get this filter set up. Get this filter upset, yeah. I don't want crit chance for my skeletons. My skeletons are just supposed to be alive. And well, so we can benefit off of that big more multi. Cooldown recovery speed with transplant, sure. Okay, we did all these 3. Now early build idols, well, affixes, and campaign gear, and then we're done. Honestly. So here we just do idols. Idle affixes. Wait. Oh, that's type. Right. I'm dumb. Acolyte. Wait. Oh, that doesn't highlight the categories. Damage over time while low health, maybe. Minion chance to apply mark for death. Inflict plague. That sounds pretty okay. Hungering souls, fire, additional proj. Yep. Necrotic spell damage per skeletal mage. That sounds interesting. I would like to see the numbers on that. Increase damage over time while you have an ailment overload. What is an ailment overload? Hmm. Okay, that's good enough. And then campaign gear added 1 to damage affixes. So here we go again. And go spell. And then fire. This. And that's all the damage already, right? Over time. I forgot that in some, I think. Alright, that should be it. I might have, well, let's quickly check here whether I forgot over time. Where is it? Damage type? Elemental damage. Oh, I guess elemental damage is also, like, not just over time, but... Oh no, it is here, okay. But yeah, elemental damage is, I guess, also scaling elemental damage over time. Ah, here, I forgot it, I knew it. Wait, do we also... Damage type, elemental damage, okay. I mean, it's not... Technically, you don't want elemental damage, because it's never numerically the best, but... Still, I mean, if we're deciding between an item that does have it and an item that does not have it, and no other mod like that, then... I think it makes sense. Okay. So... Those filter adjustments made... Like how Apple Podcast now has transcripts, it has some issues when you guys talk over each other. Yeah, that's a big problem. Also, it's like, it's really hard for those AIs to recognize different speakers. Right? Like, as long as there's only one speaker, it's pretty easy. Well, I guess it really only does the transcript and it's not that problematic, but... If it tries to get a grasp on the conversation being had. I need to still... This one... The tiny little bit of experience that we need to gain, and then we can... Hopefully... keep the skeletons alive a little bit longer. They die so quickly now.
Your death has come.
That was cringe. Did my character just really say that? Your death has come. That's what she said. Almost as cringe as Scion. Go, Ring of Installation. Dude, 15 all res, spell damage, elemental res? No way. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think that one is worth it for me. I mean, it's nice, right? But... $4754 for 663. Wait, why is it lower? Why do I deal less damage with this ring on versus this ring on? This one has 19% increased fire damage. And this one has 34% increased spell damage. Does spell damage not scale damage over time? And fire damage does? That's the only explanation I have for that. Yeah, there's still these things that I just don't get about this game. Like, why should this ring make me deal less damage than this ring with my spell? It makes no sense. Why should this be less damage? It's a bigger percentage increased. And spell and fire both apply, because this is a spell that deals fire damage. There's no difference in attributes. There's no... Maybe a portion of the minion damage increase applies to this? That would be the only reason, but I haven't seen a passive like that. And I certainly haven't picked one. Damage over time can't crit. What does crit have to do with it? I mean, yeah, it can't. Yeah, but we're talking about spell damage versus fire damage. What does that have to do with crits? This is 34% increased spell damage, which should apply to the fire dot. And this is 19% increased fire damage, which should apply to the fire dot. Like, nothing to do with crits. Like, I'm not changing any crit things. If I wear this ring or this, like I have the exact same crits. It's like my spell damage goes to 190 from 156, and my fire damage goes to 241 from 260. Which is interesting because... Yeah, I just don't get it. There's so many of these things in this game, though, where you're just like, hey, I think I thought I know how this works, and now I check it, and it doesn't work that way. Interesting with the... With the shurikens, we finally figured it out. Someone explained to me how it works. Which is that the flat damage doesn't get converted. Like the flat damage that specify it's flat physical or flat lightning to throwing skills or to shurikens specifically, that doesn't get converted. Like the flat is added post-conversion. Oh, skeleton's leveled. We can get that big thing again. And finally be back at max 3. Oh, I can spam skeletons and not have too many. Perfect. And hopefully they'll also survive for a little bit. Poison on spell hit. Ooh, neat. Chimera's Essence. I think I've seen that before. Okay, what we got here? Melee damage, minion damage, lethal concentration, 1 LP. Poison damage modifiers apply to skeleton rogues. Okay, skeleton rogue build incoming. Yeah, this one looks kind of cool. I think this one would be my next caster weapon because it's like a big flat spell damage, poison on spell hit, spell damage, elemental damage. Still forge around on it a little. Wait. The ring is completely gone now. I threw it on the ground, apparently. Fuck my life. Yeah, that happens way too often still in Last Epoch for my taste, is that I accidentally throw something on the ground and then notice later. In Path of Exile, it's kind of okay because you could at least go back to the instance and pick it up. But here, once you left a monolith, there's no way you can get back into it. It's like, but my ring is in there. Still in the forge, probably. That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Salvaged it. And now it's better. Spell damage, fire damage, ally resist, health. What a ring. Alright, quickly check. Oh, so many skills again that level up. Okay, I don't have a plan for this, so we just need to wing it. Costs less health. Probably not worth it, honestly. I definitely wanted to max out the bone armor, bone longer, but health cost regenerated seems like moot. Hit enemy with transplant, regain mana, but lose a portion of your health. Probably later when we have better ways of regaining health. Right now I wouldn't know what to do if I dashed into a huge pack of 20 enemies and I lost 10% of my current health on top of the transplant cost. I don't know. Yeah, probably just casting transplant gives haste and frenzy. And then hungering souls, obviously anything that gives more damage. Ah, I finally noticed the souls that come out of the Chthonic Fissure. The spirits that are being released. I've been trying to look out for them for a while, and I just didn't know, but it's like those bright green things coming out of the cleft, I guess. Yeah, that happened a couple of times that you forgot your stuff in the forge. Or that you accidentally, like, actually dumped something in your map or elsewhere. Stupid skeletons are still way too squishy. A big health regen for those skelly boys. I'll leave it in the forge and panic. Yeah, actually, I think it's not the first time that happened to me either. I would even go as far as to say that it happened to me in Path of Exile, that I had things in the crafting bench and thought I lost them. Hey, I found another Soulfire. Is this better roll? Chance to ignite. No, no, no. Just worse in every regard. Except it has 1% higher ignite chance. It actually can happen. Like when you have things on that your item filter doesn't have highlighted and you accidentally shift right click an item, then it's dropped on the ground. I mean, I'm happy for you if it didn't happen yet, but it's something that easily can happen. Oof. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Ooh. Give me that potion, dude. Oof. It's sometimes really on the edge of an AoE, or you think you are, and then you're just still taking the full damage. Dude. Stress. Yeah, I'm not talking about using it consciously or purposefully, but just like for some reason not thinking and holding down shift while like clicking or clicking stuff around in inventory in general. I mean, it's also, isn't it like control right click to put things in your stash, but shift right click to throw them on the ground or something like that? So like you can click things into your stash and think you're clicking them into your stash, but you're actually clicking them onto the ground, but you're missing them because they're not shown on your filter and so on. Just something to be aware of. I mean, great for you if you don't do it. One day I will also be able to reduce my papaganess to a minimum. Minimum. Oh, solid damage, dude. Look at the dot ticks, dude. Oh, until my skeletons died, that is. Experimental boots, they are shit. Copper amulet, shit. Sentinel relic, shit. That, I don't even want to talk about it.
Worthless anyway.
+1 summon Wraith. Gain ward with kill on hungering souls. Wait, what do we... I could probably replace that. Leech this health on crit is not that great anyway. I think. They don't leech that much. Probably gain ward on kill with hungering souls is pretty good. I know, we'll try. Problem is you don't notice lack of animation sound effect, something you make you aware what's happening. Doesn't matter if it's throwing shit out or swapping gear. Yeah, there needs to be... Yeah, that's true, that's a good point. I don't know how you would do it, because like specifically with dropping things on the ground, I mean, it'd have to be something different than the item filter doing the sound, right? Because if it was the item filter, then it would obviously also like happen when you don't want certain things to be highlighted. Like also when things drop on the ground, just like that is what I'm saying. Yeah, that animation for the mats going into the inventory, yeah. I mean, they can easily do it. Sure. Good Ellie resists. 0 void res. Pog champ. Alright, we had this one that we were going to... Oh, we can't craft it just yet because I still need to wait. Also only 17 FP. Maybe I can still get something better. Seeing that I'm already in the guild, right? Do you get the rank is shared, right? Awesome. So we already got it twice as likely to have legendary potential. And now soon rank 7 for tier 7 affixes to be twice as common. Why not what? What do you mean, why not what? No, I agree. Why can't the same thing happen for things you drop?
Zynal says, what can't the same thing happen for things you drop?
Oh, I didn't even know that's a thing. Oh, that's awesome.
Stream Elements says, Faded Last Epoch episode number 128W Tuna and Tenki link M6QWC all links here, link we're also on Spotify and most audio podcast platforms.
That's amazing. I had no idea that was a feature.
Zynal says, people leave.
Yeah, I really need those resistances that I don't have. I think that might be the reason I'm taking so much damage here. Some poison and void.
Death will
Alright, what we get? Chance. Oh, mana region is a prefix. That's so sad. But I kind of want something like that for my next item. And it still needs 55. This has a lot more forging potential. We could like maybe we could chaos the something. Chaos the cast speed away. I really think I want the mana region. Like try to chaos the cast speed into like irrelevant damage, either spell or fire, or Ellie over time. But again, like you don't want to start working on these before you can actually equip them, because on the way to getting to the level where you can equip them, you might actually still gain access to better gear. Oh, we also unlocked the final specialization point. So, what's the next specialization? Feast on the souls of cursed enemies, dealing necrotic damage and drawing fragments of their souls back to you. The soul fragments grant 3 wards when they reach you. Feast on up to 13 enemies, prioritizing those close to you. It doesn't have a cooldown. We, like, if we get another skill, then it'd need to be automated somewhere, because currently I can't put another thing on the bar, first of all. So like my next specialization is probably just Bone Curse. Less mana, increased cast speed. We need to find out where the juicy Bone Curse stuff is. Larger area, reduce enemy armor. Oh, okay. Mark for death. Bone Prison. Chance to reduce armor, okay. Or you can get it up to 100% chance. Like, I think the armor shred probably the best. Then again, armor shred is also not that important, because I deal mostly damage over time, and damage over time is not reduced by armor. Right, armor reduces only hit damage. It's also complicated, guys. Can we go back to D4? What's the cooldown? Plus 20 seconds. 18.9. I'll try it. I mean, it's the worst thing that can happen is we're gonna have to unspec it again. Bone Prison. Okay. Ah, here, more tomes of experience, easy. Ooh, what's this? Never seen that before. Big cat. Okay, time to bone prison. The guy. Is he marked for death now? Or is that just a chance? Oh, but the bone prison doesn't last that long. Okay, it's a really short duration. That's, of course, unfortunate. The mana is the biggest issue. I need that level 55 so I can get my mana regen scepter, wand, whatever, something. Symbols above looks like marked for dead. Okay. If you say so. Oh wait, here. Tomes. And tomes here, and tomes there. 3 tome cluster. Pyromancer's Titan Femur. I don't know why it's called Pyromancers when it's increased fire damage and it will literally apply to anyone dealing fire damage. Like obviously also to melee fire damage dealers or bow users or whatever. That's also super weird in this game that wands are melee. Can like melee hit an enemy with the wand. I mean, obviously it's not less weird than in Path of Exile wands being ranged and firing projectiles. That's kind of a weird notion. I mean, for a witch, you kind of like expect that they're able to somehow fire a projectile using a wand. But like, what about a ranger or a marauder? They use like a driftwood wand. They pick it up and then they make a motion like this, and all of a sudden it spawns a magical projectile that like deals damage to an enemy. No, I'm not buying it, not for a second. Could replace the why in your rhetorical questions with there is no reason or something like that. There's no reason to not be able to hit someone with a stick. That way you can trip. What? Oh, I hate myself so much when that happens. But I guess I just stacked up too many survivability modifiers on the enemies. That's why they stayed alive so long, because I thought I was like killing them. They have endurance, take less damage and all that, yeah. And then probably didn't have my skeletons up, so I also didn't deal damage. Yeah, I don't know. The depends on that more multiplier from having 3 minions is a little bit weird. It'd be fine if it was like a smaller, more multiplier, I guess, and it was balanced around it, but right now it just feels like the majority of my damage is just gone when I don't fulfill the skeleton requirement, which is fine if I was doing on par content, but in content that is higher than me, my skeleton's just like, I mean, I don't survive very long. That's always awkward. So I have to spam them, and the more mana regen you have, the more often you get to use your skills. That's just the reality of it. Oof. For bad builds, maybe. No, for builds that need mana to cast their abilities. It's not like... I guess you could argue that those are bad builds, but... Sure, there's some OP abilities that require mana. I haven't found them yet, but, you know.
Death will not take me. Worthless.
Primalist shared increased melee damage shard. Shared increased melee damage means melee damage for you and melee damage for your minions. Yep. Yeah, I want that 55. Holy shit, dude. Remember why we rolled to hardcore? Softcore stash is filled with stuff, nobody cleans it. New tab is 300k. That is a lot of K. Time to farm up some gold. Ooh, damage over time, fire damage, melee, minion damage, spell damage. That's crazy. Yeah, that'd be a lot of damage. I don't think I can switch this one though. Probably not. It's just too good. So I can't use that two-handed thing. Oh, but I'm so curious about it. What does it say? 3 skeletons? 8.1 versus this and this is 6.2 only. But yeah, I mean, we get the +1 from it, so. And the leech. Poison leech. Maybe for now the staff, just to dunk on them with some mad damage. Chance to poison on it. Let's huge. Fire pen. I need to be bigger. Okay, yeah, this is pod racing. That's crazy, dude. That stuff. Okay, now do we make the skeletons more beefy? Yeah, make them cast bone armor. And transplant. Cast speed cooldown recovery, obviously, since it's my mobility. Then more damage over time for the Hunger Ring souls. The Fissure shreds fire resistance even harder. And then 6 points into the Bone Curse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want gaps in my Bone Prison. Can make Mark for Death last longer. Bone Curse and Mark for Death have unlimited duration. Oh, but it's only single target then, sure. I guess we go Mark for Death duration. Oh, convert to necrotic. That's probably better. Because I at least got some damage scaling for necrotic. Okay, now it's it's funny. Funny Bone Prison. The funny Bone Prison. I don't think of it like that. Prison out of funny bones. Could also make like some big obstructions with that Bone Prison. Like if I cast it a little bit closer here, then it would have like made it impossible to go through there. Maybe there's some plays with that Bone Prison that I'm unaware of. Like here like this, so you could like not go around that anymore. Solaron Step, melee crit multi, movement speed, minus 75 fizz resist. Oh, that's a lot of crit mult. I mean. Honestly, probably should have taken Relic and Offhand off of my filter. +1 Infernal Shade spell damage. Hmm. One more tomes. Fill up on that sweet, sweet poison chance in Warlock, and then gain Warded Mana when you use a potion. I don't know about that, but nah, we'll find something. I don't know yet. Find something nice to get into. Guess slow enemies. How good is it to slow enemies at this point? Bone Eruption, more damage, instantly kills enemies below a health threshold. Oh, Cutting Strike. Yeah, let's go Iron Maiden, and it's just, I mean, it does no damage. Ooh, a Lost Wizard. Oh, dude, you can't stand still. These stupid leeches. The time difference between the thing appearing underneath you and you having to move away is so small. The delay. Did they also have turbo or something? No. Enrage at half health. Enrage makes them faster, or no, I think rage only makes them deal more damage, right? But yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be complaining. I'm still relatively underleveled in these monoliths, so it's reasonable that I get deleted here if I just make one tiny mistake. Just can feel frustrating when you're like trying to look at items on the ground, or like analyze the new tile set, read enemies and stuff like that, and you just get blasted like that. Just very little margin for error. But that's fair. I mean, you don't go into content this underleveled if you don't know what you're doing, right? If you're trying to learn the game and all that, trying to read up what the enemies do. And honestly, I'd rather have a little bit too much pressure on the player than too little. Because for the most part, these enemies do feel like I'm stomping them a little too hard. So I guess it's fair if they get a chance to fight back and kill me in return. Yeah, I won't be able to keep this staff, dude. As much as I like the huge damage multipliers from the staff, I need something with mana regen, man.
That is too much worthless anyway.
Alright, quick looking at stuff session. This goes out, this goes out, this goes out. I don't even know why I have this. Volatile zombies suck balls. That's already so much better. That one can go. That is also pretty bad. And this one I'm likely gonna use, but still 2 level ups pending. One mana region lightning damage. 18 forging potential. Oh god, I hate these ice beetles. Messing up my more multiplier. Stash tab costs get reduced in the most recent patch. I did not read any patch notes, so I would not know. Why, did you look at the cost and it's not 300,000 anymore? That would make sense if they reduced them a little. Surprised to be sure, but a welcome one. $130 sounds affordable. Damage over time, ignite, shock, poison. Fuck, dude. We need to chaos that lightning into fire or something like that. Oh, but I need 55 to forge. A big ignite chance might be the way to go. Yeah, I'm just saying my skeletons don't live for a very long time here. Can't farm gold. Inventory and stash full, and rather play Falcon stuff anyways. I mean, go for it. Go hard until you die, and then you're hard forced into softcore. Well, not really. It could also still be re-rolling in hardcore, but I'm gonna get my level up in this, and then we can finally use something with mana regen and no longer be restricted by the mana costs, and then be restricted by the bad damage instead. Nah, I mean, it makes a big difference also that I'm currently not using a -3 mana cost wand base, but that two-handed staff. Nice beetles, man. Maybe I should just not click them when I read that there's an ice beetle. Maybe that's the play. I had no idea I can lock myself in this bone prison thing. Because I can't transplant through the wall anymore. Ever since I increased the size, I think I can't transplant over it anymore. Maybe we have to reduce the size again so we can transplant in and out of it. Anyway, we got this baby. Was the one that I wanted to use, right? Oh no, this one, right. Elemental damage, that's good enough. I mean, this doesn't solve the mana problem, honestly. Well, probably... It's not even better than this one. What a waste. Let's see whether we could fix this one by... necrotic damage. Made the chance to shock into chance to ignite, though. Go away! I can't see! I can't... Dude, what is this shit? It doesn't go away! Okay, chance to shock is back. But doesn't shock need... Can any damage shock, or is it just lightning damage that can shock? It doesn't say anything. Each damaging ailment has big fixed base damage that are affected by modifiers from the skill tree and attribute scaling of the skill that applies. Even when an ailment is applied by melee skill or a hit, that does not make it count as a melee damage or hit damage and does not... I guess so I can shock? Without dealing lightning damage? Well, it does if you want to scale the elements. Doesn't for applying the elements. If that is a distinction you care to make. Okay, it's like really bad damage numbers again, but at least I can somewhat sustain the mana. No, shock doesn't deal damage. But you were talking about ailments, not about shock specifically. Look, I'm not trying to be, like, have the last word in our intellectual dick measuring contest. I mean, maybe, but it's mostly about other people listening who may not be partaking actively in the conversation, but I don't want people to take away the wrong things from the stream. So I'm just trying to be very clear. But of course, you're right. If I scale intelligence, does that scale the poison damage of a skill that scales with intelligence, or is that only the innate skill thing? Also, you know how skills scale with an attribute most of the times, right? For example, Hungering Soul scales with intelligence or transplant. Now my question was, does that only scale that skill's direct, like, damage, or does it also scale the poison damage, seeing that the ailments that deal damage all have their own base damage that is independent from the skill? I mean, I assume I know how it works, but... Assuming just puts an ass in front of you and me. Don't know the answer. Well, I don't know it either. I just have to assume that yes, it will scale the damage over time. But I have no way of knowing it. Yeah, no, I can't transplant into my own bone prison, dude. Shit build, confirmed. Poison separate? So you mean no attributes would affect poison damage? Or damage, like ailment damage in general? Because that's what I'm saying. I'd find that weird. But I guess there's no way of knowing unless I ask someone who does know. can just shoot parry a message. I wanted to check my Discord messages anyway, or Dreadful. Spell damage, poison damage, and dot. Yeah, but they're all dealt by one ability, and the ability scales with attributes, right? With one attributes it scales with. So at the very least, the damage over time and the spell hit damage are going to be scaling with the attribute, but like I said, I don't know. Might be even more. +1 summon skeleton. Can at least shatter that. I just don't like to say it like I know if I don't for sure. Yeah, exactly. That's always been my detriment in school as well. It's like always hesitant to raise my arm when I thought I knew the answer, and then someone else would just blurt it out and say it, and then get all the credit, even though like I would have been able to give the answer way before. But I was just always like, oh, but what if it's wrong? I don't want to say something wrong. Other people always way less careful to not say something wrong. Hey, we're almost done. I mean, technically we're done. I could already do the thing, but I wanted to get the tomes of experience in this one. Obviously, if we can get tomes, then we get tomes. Take the tag for poison in your character sheet with and without int item. Good point. Yeah, what a boulder. How's it going? got conscious salad. Nice. Oh, couscous salad. That's also nice. It would be even better if it was conscious couscous salad. Poison chance from all sources converted to frostbite chance for acid flask. Frostbite on cold hit. Acid flask converted to cold. Has anyone played that build? Cold acid flask? Each damaging ailment has a fixed base damage, but is affected by damage modifiers from the skill tree and attribute scaling of the skill that applies it. Thanks for clarifying, Sinal. Yeah, the game guide is pretty GG. No pun intended. Pretty good acid flask cold build. Minions have additional armor per character level. I think this would be worth at this point, honestly. Then maybe they survive a little bit longer. Glad to see all the PoE community streamers all coming to enjoy Last Epoch finally. It's cool to see you guys all blasting. I mean, I wouldn't say I was an early adopter because I really haven't played that much prior to the 1.0 release, but I've been playing on and off. I do agree though. It's cool to see everyone diving in and giving into it, even people who previously haven't tried it. But with the full release, like finally everyone does feel compelled. Oh yeah, it does seem like the minions benefit greatly from that additional armor. I should have picked that earlier.
Will not take me.
They're far less squishy. So for now we can actually get them some regeneration. I guess we need to get that node where if a skeleton dies, the other ones are going to be full HP. Because then I guess if I summon one and replace an older one, then the older one that dies by being replaced would make all of them full HP again? Is that how it works? Well, I mean, that's in theory. We'll try it. Maybe in practice it works exactly like that. That would be cool. What? I did not see that coming at all. Time to get some more life. I am really squishy for this content. But you know how it is when you're not playing hardcore, you want to push yourself ahead, otherwise it's wasted experience, especially when you can't lose experience on death. Take a shot every death. A coffee shot. Ward gain on kill, ward per second per intelligence while channeling. No. Armor and health here, harrowing armor. That's where we want to be. I mean, ward per second. Yep. Absent. Oh, not to date. Yayo. Michelle Yayo. Oh god, the inventory is full. I don't want to sort it. Guys, we're gonna have to end the stream early. I don't have that much time anyway. Oh yeah, was that guy is the desecrated flesh? Okay. So it was really like the stone slab slam that got me. Ooh, right. Maybe it was that. Although I didn't see that animation, but. Maybe the one that I was fighting just had insane mods. Okay, no, they don't have insane mods. They just deal a shit ton of damage without even having insane mods. Affix shards. I'm gonna need to sort this stuff. Alright, that's not even done. Return to the barricade. I really like that. Like in PoE, you always have to ask yourself, oh, did I finish this map? And it's like, here, you just open a portal. If it's blue, then you know you're not done. If it's green, you're done. I can't get out of the bone prison anymore with transplant. Maybe, can you increase the range somewhere? Maybe you can go further with transplant? I'm pretty sure like early on I was able to go over the bone prison with transplant. But then I picked all the bone prison AoE nodes, and apparently like those also, like here, 150% AoE, those also seem to make the bone prison bigger, like the pillars, so you can't dash over them. I might also be wrong. Maybe I'm just perceiving it wrong. But it seems like the thing as an entire thing is scaled up. I mean, it's not too bad if you know that it is like that. Don't need to open a portal. If the quest log has a big portal button, you're done. Yeah, but the portal button goes away once you pressed it. So now you could have forgotten about it. And it also doesn't say it anymore. But I guess it does say use your portal. The portal button at your mana blinks. See, so many hidden hints. I still need to get some region for the skeletons. It's unacceptable how not up they are all the time. When one dies, other one is healed to full health. Okay, they don't count as dying when you replace them. That's awful. That is awful. Try respecking some area, yeah, but then I have to level it up. I'll keep that for later. I mean, I don't, like I said, it's not a big problem if you're aware of it. It's just like that I started using the skill in a way where I was sure that it would work, and now it doesn't work, so. See the conflict of interest there.
Wither before me. Your death has come.
Don't know. Build's pretty good. No idea what the skellies are for, but okay. Skellies are for 150% more damage with Hungering Souls. Because if you read the Hungering Souls skill tree, then it says Unholy Trinity. Souls deal more damage multiplicative with other modifiers if you have exactly 3 minions. Yeah, but are you saying 150% more damage is not worth investing into skeletons? Think you're not aware? Aware that there's other minions that you can use for that? Each bone prison fragment is a minion. That's fair. So you're way over. Yeah, but only when that is up. Like, most of the time this is not up. This is like 20-second cooldown. But yeah, that's a fair point to point out, and I wasn't aware. That is correct. But it's still sort of like, hey, you get into a spicy situation, you can use the bone prison to make it safer. You gimp your damage a little bit for a short period of time, but then the bone prison despawns and... Also, it says exactly 3 minions, so... That's still...
Worthless anyway.
Well, no matter how you twist and turn it, it still doesn't support your point of no idea what the skeletons are for. Because neither when Bone Prison is up, nor when it's not up is the condition fulfilled if I don't have the skeletons. Locking yourself in an AoE effect equals safe. Nay, outside of the AoE effect, that's the idea. The idea is that you cast it in such a way that you're not stuck on the inside. like so, right? Now, of course, you have to obviously take into account that the Catmaster is a mechanically inferior player and will often cast combos wrong. Holy poop, Marrowphage. No! I was circling so nicely! Nice scam, dude. Alright, this is the soul vessel, dude. Well, that might have actually already destroyed that soul vessel. I think I got that one. So we got him? Yeah. Time to deal the burst. Ow. Here, take my boner. Prison. Yeah, sick burst, I know. We got the best damage here. It's obviously the boss burst scaling mechanic gimping my damage. Clearly, because otherwise I'd be killing the boss way too quickly. It's ramping. Yeah. Falconer is ridiculous, I agree. Woven flesh. Is that good for something? Probably not. Alright, first blessing. Increased experience, grant idle drop rate, on it idle drop rate. Easy experience, dude. Experience is favor with fortune and obviously Pog. Nice intermediate chest. Woven flesh. Yeah, I don't know about overkill damage. Leech his health. 2% increased health also doesn't seem like a huge amount. Leech rate's nice. Yeah, Baldur, can you confirm whether stash tabs get cheaper? Sinal says that his new stash tab in softcore that was previously like 300k now only costs him 130. Carve sets on Reddit. Carve the Reddit warrior. Wait. I just realized there's no stash here. Are you kidding me? There's no stash here? I have to go back in order to stash, and then I can go back here in order to go into the monolith again. I feel like every platform that has like a waypoint and a monolith access should also have a stash. Okay, I'm gonna do something that I would never advise anyone to do. I'm gonna buy a tab and dump it all in there because I'm too lazy. Just do mono and you're back at the stash, but I can't pick up anything in the mono. Obviously, I want to stash before I enter the mono if it's so full.
It eludes.
And what is up crit avoid? Can't reach 100% crit avoid anymore? Or do they make it so that it's like crit avoid efficiency? Oh, Woven Flesh. I thought you were talking about patch notes. Woven Flesh has 100% crit avoid. Okay, that makes it better. Yeah, in context it sounded like you were talking about like something Carve said on Reddit. So it's already 4 PM. Technically, I already have to go. Because I still need to get ready, pack some stuff. And I probably will have to take the bus. I mean, as much as I like taking the bike, I could take the bike down and take the tram. Because of key change, they make stashes cheaper. Right, they made it so that keys vendor for less gold. Because people were actually farming keys with the Circle of Fortune increased key drop rate, then selling the keys to the vendors to gain gold, and then logging onto their Merchant's Guild character to buy items. They're also gonna nerf your Falconer. Yeah, what a surprise, dude. Fat surprise. No one saw that coming, that Falconer's gonna get nerfed. Is that actually the design goal, or is that just currently because it's 1.0? But are they going to continue doing, like, patches to overpowered and underpowered stuff, like, during the cycle? No one actually saw it coming because they said it would not happen, okay. So yeah, they're just like GGG committed to keeping the balance relatively the same during the ongoing cycle. Aside from like super sick exploits, I suppose. It's not set in stone. No, it's not set in stone. No one speaks in stones, dude. Maybe if you speak an ancient rock language. I guess the 10 Commandments are set in stone. Yeah, I'm probably gonna refund all that Bone Prison stuff. It's too shit. I'm gonna focus more on other stuff with this. Yeah, I know there was something broken about Warlock, but I didn't even look it up. Like, I don't care about these things. You guys know me. Like, if someone exploited, like, something that's super OP, then it's great, and I'm happy for them, and if I happen to run into it, I'll probably also do it, but I'll never, ever, like, build something because someone else discovered that it's broken OP, and just use it then. That seems so boring to me, to just, like, replicate what someone else has already done for the sake of like seeing it yourself. Okay, dude. I heard this line about 500 times in the past 5 minutes, so we're gonna skip a little bit. I mean, vocal diversity and all, right? Spirit frequency with catonic fissure. Get armor and health. I just really need to get my HP up. I think that's the most important part right now. Man, I always see my ward on top of my life here on the minibar. And it always makes me think that I'm out of mana. I really wish that this also had a mana section, this bar on top of my character. But it reminds me, you can also display the player name, right? That would probably be good for highlight clips and all that. Floating player name here. Cat Master. On. Dude. What's wrong with this void horror? Ah, it was the boss. 69 mana, nice. Ooh, wait, Fire Pen mana region 1, 20 FP only. Tons of shards now. Hungering Souls +2? Wait, where do I have +2? Oh, +1 hungering souls on the helmet. Right. Is there still forging potential left? 2. But I don't have level of hungering soul shards. Well, it would be pretty cool if we could get that +2. This one still has potential, but nothing really that I want right now. I guess I could chaos the vitality, because vitality is nice and all, but it's not really my stat. Turned into intelligence, so something. Nine intelligence, probably pretty okay. Dude, I've got so much fire resist. Do need to somewhere figure out where we get poison, void, and fizz resist from. Probably gonna change the gloves right now. I mean, not right now, but like right now. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to take off. I'll be back either later or tomorrow. I'm gonna visit my sister for her birthday. I'm gonna check out what Wolfio is doing with the bees and the flowers and all that, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye, Bexley. Yeah, make some bees and the birds and stuff references and some cat mass dances in Wolfio's chat, as always. And I'll say happy birthday to my sister from stream. Thanks, Sinal. Yeah. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'll see you later. I'll probably won't be too late. I'll probably do a late night stream because it won't escalate. My sister has to work tomorrow, and all I have to do is go over there, give some presents, hang out, maybe have a drink, and then she has to go to bed early. Then I go back home. Then it's gaming time. So I'll see you then. Peace out.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.